Hello! Hello, everybody! Am I on? Is this thing on? Hi! Steve Dangle here. Welcome to the SDPN YouTube channel. It's a YouTube channel where a lot of great things happen. And if you like great hockey things, do we have a treat for you tonight? First and foremost, it's me! We're doing a watch-along tonight. Obviously, we're not going to have the game footage on account of we don't have $5 billion kicking around yet. You got to talk it into existence. Dress for the job you want. I'm dressing for professional hockey fan, I suppose. Tonight, the game I'm going to be reacting to, the Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Oh, I can't wait. Goodness gracious, I can't wait. And I think I think Sportsnet is doing what they did last year. The national game, producer Drew is on with us. Producer Drew, please correct me if I'm wrong. Is the national game tonight Habs Bruins? So I'm going to have to change what I'm watching on Ignite. Because last year, Leafs Canucks was not the national game. Yada, yada, yada. What they try to do is get you to subscribe to cable packages And just like last year, oh, for God's sake, Sportsnet, here we go. Exactly what they did last year. They put the Leafs Canucks game on, I believe it's on Sportsnet Ontario. Looks like Sportsnet Ontario. Hopefully it's on Sportsnet Pacific if you're out west. It's basically the biggest English language game you can have. There we go. I'm watching Nelly Furtado being suspended above a stage right now. So now I know I'm watching the right thing. And Ron McLean looking fit AF in a light blue shirt. Producer Drew in the chat. Holy smokes, 61 votes already. Who is taking the W tonight? The Leafs or the Canucks? I am going to vote Leafs. Oh dear, the Leafs are losing. We're at 123 votes now. The Canucks with 53%. Just once before I die, says that gentleman. I see you all in the chat. For example, Mr. Martin, hello from Czechia. It's 1 a.m. here. Go Leafs, go. I see you all. Here's the problem. There's so many of you. We have enabled Super Chat. If you know what Super Chat is, great. Then I don't have to explain it. If you don't know, basically, you give several gold doubloons to the YouTube channel, and it sends your comment to the top. It'll just be easier to read that way. That being said, if you don't use Super Chat, it's not like I'm going to be like, well, then be gone, peasant. I'm still going to respond to as many comments and questions as possible. It's just there's so many. Odin Swayze says, I love you, Steve. Can I get a caw? How's that? How about a peacock? Hello from Woodbridge. I think they meant Woodbridge. Hello from Scotland, says Karen Chalmers. Hi, Steve from the UK. That's from Freya. Hello from Slovenia. Freya, are you the one who asked about Willie in Stockholm? Or no, that was Frida. Mash getting into it with the super chat. Thank you very much. Mash. Go Leafs go from St. Louis, Illinois. That's from Brendan. Is there more than one St. Louis, or do I just not know what state St. Louis is in? I thought it was in Missouri. We got hello from America. Can you be more specific? Hello from Kelowna, BC, Georgia, Newfoundland, Czech Republic, Lancaster, Ontario, Newmarket, much better than Aurora. Oh dear. I know at least one person in this chat who's going to fight you for saying that. Wales? The Leafs are underdogs in this game. Like betting underdogs. I think that has something to do with they're playing the team in first place. Thank you very much, Derek Gamble. And I think that's underscore. How did you score that name? Congratulations on 100K followers. Hashtag GoAvs go. How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, producer Drew said, hell yeah. Shut up. Shut up. No, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. The channel appreciates it. Jesse appreciates it. Adam hates it. He hates it. Can you imagine? Fighting for love. By the way, the song that producer Drew played is by Aberdeen. Aberdeen is the place where my wife is from, Aberdeen, Scotland. But also, it's the lead singer is a guy who I went to high school with. Me and Adam from Chef. Hey, Steve, it's my birthday. What would you think of a Bertuzzi for Kuzmenko trade? Holy Toledo! All right, let me look at the cap hit. I know they're about the same. Bertuzzi's 5.5 this year. Kuzmenko, who scored almost 40 goals last year, he's 5.5 this year and next. Modified no trade clause. My guess is Kuzmenko would humor coming here because his agent is a big fan of the Leafs. Agent of Ilya Mikheyev. I'd explore it, but I think you're better off with the devil you know there. I don't think Bertuzzi's been that bad. He's been pretty snake bitten. From Brendan, kind of like Kansas City, most of St. Louis is in Missouri. What do you mean most? That doesn't answer it at all. I'm more confused. Derek, what up, D? No one calls me that, but thank you. Jones with the... Hey, a guy can dream. We don't say that word. Reginald, thank you. Reginald. Reggie? No, Reginald. Matt says, Steve! Hi, Matt. Producer Drew says the Canucks are wearing their bad jerseys tonight. Actually, wait. This is our YouTube channel. He said shitty. He said shitty. Is it the skate? You're wrong. Okay. So here's my thing with the Flying V. Wait, the Flying V? Oh, the skate. I was about to say, no. The Flying V sucks. That jersey stinks. The skate I like. The only thing with the Canucks is no team in the history of hockey has had more color schemes than them. A team that is low-key pushing it. Sam Lafferty, come back. A team that is low-key pushing it is the Ducks. They stay with the same theme. But God, they have a lot of jerseys. And they're all basically the same. Can I get a how do you like them apples in the chat? Mash, thoughts on Terry Ryan playing for the Growlers? Well, Mash, if you stay where you're to, I'll come where you're at and tell you that I think it's an amazing story. I think it's absolutely fantastic that he got to... Tekka says, is a... just because you said you made it a super chat doesn't mean I can read that, man. No, a finger flick is not included tomorrow. The game is about to start, and I will clap, and I believe we're going to have a clock tonight, or at least we're going to try one. Michael Borland, hey, Steve, love the channel. Do you think the Leafs KHL goalie prospects have trade value? I do. I think they have better value within the team, if that makes sense. You can never have too many in the system. The puck is about to drop at center ice. JT Miller versus Austin Matthews to start the game. Did someone throw something on the ice already? Oh, Morgan Riley found a divot in the ice he didn't like. Riley says, how is this not a Hockey Night in Canada game? Puck is dropped. Producer Drew is going to do his gosh darndest with the clock tonight. Matthews flying in there with his bum. Dynamo says, thoughts on Fraser Minton? I think we got to have some patience here. He had a good camp. Lots of guys had a good camp. I think starting him in the NHL was kind of nuts looking back. Kathy says, hi from Moncton, New Brunswick. I got into a Canadian standoff with a Canadian soldier in Moncton. We were driving through there and we held the door for each other, and we both stood there staring at each other for about 10 seconds. He won. He's more Canadian. It's stronger with him. Shot! Where is it? Puck is in the corner. McCabe off the glass and out. Off of William Nylander's shin. Almost leads to a break. Oh! Willie with the extra effort there, and the Leafs still have the puck now. McCabe keeps it in. Tavares keeps it in. And the Canucks finally get it out. But if that's the kind of game we have on deck for tonight, I will take it. The Canucks got off to a really good start against the Leafs last time they played. That was in Toronto. I was in the building for that. I know the Canucks got off to the early lead. I don't remember if it was 2-0 or not. Leafs ended up winning that game 5-2. They took 2 instigator penalties, one from Mark Giordano and one from Max Domi. Whoa, Martin. Careful there, Martin. Yeah. Pesukaru. I'm going to assume you're from Finland, ? What is wrong with Tavares? 7 games, no points. Whoa, Leafs clear their net front there. I think what's wrong with Tavares is honestly he's not having as easy of a time getting in spots to score. Whoa! Good stop from Martin Jones on Ilya Mikheyev. Leafs clear it. The Canucks have them absolutely running around right now. With Tavares, I think it's a shooting percentage issue. But oh dear, the Canucks are absolutely all over the Leafs right now. I think his line mates were struggling. I liked how Tavares played last game, but $11 million. I mean, I don't care how old he's getting. You need to figure it out. Matthew Nyes is doing the right thing here, trying to kill some clock. Max Domi in there. I don't know if he just took a penalty or not. Canucks with it at the point. Quinn Hughes puts it on. There's a rebound in front, and the Canucks score. Gosh, the Leafs had such a good shift. And then the Canucks were absolutely all over them. Barely over 3 minutes in. Nils Hoglander off the rebound makes it 1-0 Vancouver. There was a rebound in front. Oh boy. I know he made the initial save. You'd really like Martin Jones to get that one. Like he set. Oh, that stinks. As producer Drew points out, he's probably tired from the 17 shot attempts before. Canucks out shooting the Leafs 5-0 early on. Just a terrible start. Hoglander's 13th of the season. Super Dan, please give me a name for a kobold for my D&D game. I don't know what that is. So I am going to say Simon. Is that helpful? Derek, thank you for doing this, Mr. Dangle, so I'm not drinking alone. Attaboy. Leafs in their own zone again. Get out, for God's sake. The love from up above. Wings fan here. SDP has made me like the Leafs, which is confusing. But all the same, love the network and the passion. Go Lions. Oh, you're going to make producer Drew mad about that. 16:09 to go in the first period. We're waiting for the puck to drop here. Puck is dropped. Leafs with it in the offensive zone. Oh! Marner probably wanting an interference call there. I don't think he's going to get it. Michael Hunt says hi from Prince Edward Island. Also, nice try. Isabella says, I have money on Lafferty. You're absolutely right, as we get a whistle here. Joe says, congrats on 100K subs to SDPN. Big fan from Gray County. Give me a boo fart tomato right in the eyes. Phrasing. Tavares kicked out of the faceoff dot. William Nylander in there in the offensive zone. JT Miller wins it back. Y'all should be called the Toronto Pot Leafs because you're about to get smoked. Okay, that's actually clever. And Derek said, sorry for jinxing it. Are you not entertained? I'm entertained. I just want them to win. Canucks hemming the Leafs in again. It's the Tavares, Bertuzzi, Nylander line. Shot, rebound. Do we have the clock on the screen? I think we do. 15-17 to go in the first period. Pettersson, fans on it. Brody stops it in his skates. And Tavares will break it out and dump it in. From Mark Scheig. Thank you for allowing us south of the border to watch you live. Thank you for watching, Mark. I follow you on Twitter. You cover the Blue Jackets, don't you? Or are you a Blue Jackets fan, or you just cover them? No, you cover them. Liljegren trying to work it out of the Leaf zone. Goodness gracious. My kingdom for a breakout. Marner throws it in front. Can't get it on Giordano's stick. Marner buzzing around. Shot 6-1 for Vancouver. Not that that mattered. Oh! Marner's pass to Matthews cut off. He was looking to clap that thing. Big hit. Here come the Canucks. Oh! Jake McCabe absolutely smushing. I think that was Connor Garland. Face first, and Hoglander gets his second. Just straight up beating Martin Jones. It's a good shot. But wow. Martin Jones set for the second time and beaten for the second time. We're 6 minutes into the game. What is Holmberg doing? He swoops in to knock down a guy who's already down. Oh, Pontus. Yeah, we're at first intermission. It's first intermission, right? We're going to be doing a segment about... Yeah, well, we're going to do a segment on the Leafs left wing and how much of a nightmare it is. Ugh. From Caleb, puck is dropped. Loving the stream, watching it from Victoria, BC. If the Canucks or Jets go on a run in the playoffs, would you cheer for them? No, wholeheartedly, absolutely not. I wouldn't cheer for them. I would cover them. But, like, would you expect them to cheer for us? Would you expect them to cheer for the Leafs? No. Oh, I just want a Canadian team to win. Shut up. Leafs finally catch a break here. 13-29 to go in the first period. Zadorov takes a penalty to send the Leafs to the power play, but unfortunately the Leafs are already down 2-0. Ugh. Welcome to this watch-along here on the SDPN YouTube channel. My name is Steve Dangle. If you're here, welcome. Click subscribe, gosh darn it. Please. Because we like it when you do that. Yes, we did hit 100,000 subscribers. We would like more. Rich M says the cap is going to go up 50 million, right? Right? Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think it is, actually. Hit the like button. Hi, Robert. That's Robert. Andrew Doucette says, does Keefe still have a job after this road trip? You know what? The CJ show, the Chris Johnston show, is always good. It's always good. But the episode they did on Thursday, I think it was Thursday, was particularly good. I listened to it on the way down to the podcast, I think, the other day. And, you know, Julian had a great show. He pressed CJ on a number of issues throughout the NHL, but he pressed him on a number of issues with the Leafs. And one of the things was Sheldon Keefe. And CJ was quite bullish that unless the Leafs lose something like 10 straight, at the time they recorded, they had already lost 4, then maybe they would explore a coaching change. But right now, it doesn't sound like it's going to happen. Producer Drew saying, have you ever seen a defenseman wear 91 before? No. Also, puck is dropped. I've never seen... the Leafs had a shot taken away, so the shots are now 7-0 for the Canucks, and they're up 2-0. Nylander, his pass to Tavares is tipped up and out of play. 13:18 to go in the first period. Colin, did you hear about the Buffalo Bills pit? Do the Leafs need a pit that we can throw Producer Drew in it? I have heard. Producer Drew keeps trying to get me to go down there to shovel. 13:18 to go in the first period. Face-off in the Canuck zone. False start off the face-off. Drop the puck. Puck is dropped. Canucks win it back. Leafs can't hold the zone. Power play goals this season, the Leafs are tied for 12th. Takedown Legend says Keefe fired, Travis Green hired. That would, I think, melt Canada. And also just not be that good. Matthews to Nylander. Nylander to Matthews! Can't get his stick on the puck. And now the Canucks have a partial 2-on-1 here, shorthanded. Oh, and they almost succeed. Leafs going back the other way with some speed. Matthews and Marner have a miscommunication. Cough it up. Nylander gets it back. Willie! Down low to Marner. Didn't get the one-timer that he wanted. Tavares being pressured. No panic. Through his legs to Marner. Leafs can't hold the line. Under a minute to go here in this power play. Man, oh man, oh man. Terrible start. Nylander with it. With space. Oh, shoot it, dude. Oh. The Leafs keep making these passes that if they get through, they'll work. They're not getting through. Matthews on. Again. Looking for the tip. No tip to be had. Nylander with a really low percentage pass there. Gets deflected. Now the Leafs have to get back on side with less than 30 seconds to go in the power play. Then he changes at the speed of smell. One of the worst line-changing players in the entire show. Gosh. Like, Sheldon Keefe has not done a great job recently. He didn't tell anyone on the ice to do any of the things they just did. Don't shoot it. Make silly passes. 0 shots on that power play. You stink. You stink. 11:20 to go in the first. Bertuzzi! Oh my God! Point blank can't beat Demko. I was about to say noted all-star Thatcher Demko, but like all the Canucks are all-stars. Who cares? Domi with a bit of a cross-check there. Canucks complaining. Wasn't called. Andrew Doucette. Looks like an AHL team versus an NHL team. Tell me about it, dude. Ugh. Like, Bertuzzi just puts it... You had the whole net to shoot at. He shoots it in his chest. Oh, Tyler. Oh, Tyler. Face off in the offensive zone. So the Leafs send out, you guessed it, David Kampf. Chat question. Are the Canucks this good, or is this just a hot season? No, they're this good. I picked this good. Leafs put it on! Rebound! Puck is dropped, obviously. Liljegren up the ice. It ends up being a dump in. Quinn Hughes wanted icing there. He's not going to get it. Bobby McMahon holds it on the half wall. Dumps it for a ghost. And the Canucks have it calmly behind their own net. Quinn Hughes, Adam Wild's favorite player, moves the puck up the ice, doesn't hit his target. Simone Benoit goes into the corner to get it. Natalie's first line is in the D zone, late in their shift. Always good. Always a good sign. Simone Benoit just cut off a pass that probably would have been a goal. At minimum, it would have been a really good scoring chance. Giordano behind the net for Liljegren. Sheldon Keefe challenged in the media today, hit by his former teammate Sam Lafferty. Tavares, good patience there. Tyler Bertuzzi drops it for William Nylander. Nylander is, you know, you have one of the best shots in the league, eh? Gets stripped. Here's a potential breakaway. 11.5, 8 years. Be good. Be good. It's elite money. You should be elite, but be good. Let's start there. Icing for the Canucks. Hey, everybody. Click like. That was terrible. I need more water. That was a little better. Ugh. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Leafs, Canucks, draw in the Leaf zone. 9:13 to go in the first period. The Leafs are kicking butt in the face-off dot, at very least. Ugh. Petey wins it. One-timer blocked by Pontus Holmberg. Shot. Boy, the Leafs net front has been weak tonight. The Canucks are just causing so many problems in front. Marner, who's had a good effort so far in this game. Matthews to Holmberg can't receive the pass. It was kind of in his feet, to be fair. Marner grabs the puck. He's been the Leafs' best player so far tonight. Pretty low bar. Matthews! Again. Leafs don't get it. That one was Riley. Riley looking for Holmberg in front. Get your stick on the ice, kid. Canucks get it. Calmly, calmly. They get time. They get space. And now they wait. Dolan Dark. This game could result in an all-time LFR rant. I don't even know if it'd be the biggest LFR rant this week. They've been brutal. Canucks enter the Leaf zone. Jake McCabe hits Matthew Nyes to Calle Yarncroke, who dumps it. Whoa! Tyler Myers put Calle Yarncroke into the bench. And the Canucks will ice it. Calle Yarncroke is now a member of the Vancouver Canucks by the rules that I want to see implemented. I love that player, but I think if you hit a player into your bench, they're on your team now. That's how this should works. Joe says, just start crushing beers, Steve. I haven't ruled it out. Where's your beer at, Steve? Oh, Jesse Blake. Here, you know what? I'll tell everyone about that in a second. You're absolutely right, though. Leafs in the offensive zone. Tyler Bertuzzi working away. Gets it to Liljegren. Liljegren to Nylander, who's at the point for some reason. Whatever they tried there didn't work. Giordano was low in the corner. Demko! Dangerous there. Jesse wants me to tell everyone about the saucer pass that he had in hockey last night. Dude, Jesse and I had a 2-on-1. We were on the same team, which usually isn't the case. And there was a stick in the lane toward me. And I'm like, well, I know what Jesse needs to do, but I don't know if he knows how to do it. And he sent me the filthiest. Oh! The Canucks make it 3-0. Connor Garland. who is still a Canuck, by the way. Not traded. And the Leafs play tomorrow against the Seattle Kraken, so they're probably not going to go to Ilya Samsonov tonight. Okay. Dude, all three of these goals have been poor defensive coverage, but all three of them, I think, have to be saves. Like, what do you stink? This is Martin Jones' worst game as a Leaf, probably by far, right? Awful. Yeah, $11.5 million shot block by William Nylander. Thanks for that there, producer Drew. Oh. This is the game we picked, huh? It's the Leafs Canucks, bro. We got to do it. I'm just going to throw it out there. This was actually my idea. We've wanted to do streams, but I was like, no, we have to do this one. Steve, you idiot. Bobby McMahon shovels it into Demko's pad. Gregor gets a face full of glove, which is kind of stupid on the Canucks part. Like, don't rattle the cage. They're down 3-0. Andrew says, feels like the 84-85 Maple Leafs. You ain't wrong. Dylan Lavoie, will the real Martin Jones please stand up? Will the real Martin Jones make a save? How about that? I'm beginning to wonder of the live odds on Steve having a heart attack before the first period ends. I'll have you know that despite me being somewhat husky, I am in decent-ish shape for a guy my size. Ricky says, go Canucks, go. Yow, Van City represent. I hear Vesatoskala is available. How dare the Canucks score in the middle of me talking about Jesse sending me the filthiest sauce pass of all time? It was so good. And I don't think it'll surprise any of you. I did not score. It was a great pass. Didn't score. I scored one goal on a shooter tutor last night. That was it. It's not first intermission, is it? Yeah. From Doug Leafan, where is the sync clap? Good question. That is my fault. There's been a lot going on, dude. That should have been a save. Oh, here's the other one. Be nice to get a save there. It's a pretty nice shot. If you're going to give him a mulligan on any of the three, it's that one. That's got to be a save. And Willie, like, what are you doing? If you were an opposing player, you might be charged with goaltender interference. Willie's lost. Puck in the offensive zone here. Leafs top line out on the ice. 6:30 to go and the first puck is dropped. Holmberg. Liljegren puts it on. Marner rips it. Stopped. Good save from Demko. Yeah, you got a 3-0 deficit against a guy who's probably going to win the Vezina Trophy. Sounds good. Might be a tough night there, boys. Solomon, Steve, are you currently sitting on the yoga ball? No. I'll do that for the LFR because the LFR takes like half an hour or something to shoot. I'm going to be in this chair for like 2.5 hours. So that's too much. Canucks dump it in. That'll be icing with 5:49 to go in the first period. Click like, gosh darn it. MKI Sports says 2.7 thousand viewers and 401 likes. We need more. Hey, Luke. Luke Mallet. That's what I want to take to my head right now is a mallet. Leafs in the offensive zone. Puck is about to be dropped. Puck is dropped. Matthew Nyes back to the point. Leafs throw it on. Demko makes the easy save. There's no deflection there. Canucks have taken the puck off the Leafs in the corner so easily so far tonight. The show with Neil says, Brad! And you're right. Max Domi with it. Sends it across for Morgan Rielly. Yarncroak gets his stick lifted. Rielly, just throw it on. Thank you. Throws it on. There's a rebound. See? That was vaguely a scoring chance. Shoot! Ugh! Natalie says, my dad wants to know if you remember surprising him with our VIP live podcast tickets. We're excited to see you. I think I do. Actually. Was that St. Catharines? Leafs, throw it on. Oh, tricky one. Doesn't go in. Almost did. Put it on net. Doug R says Lane Lambert is on a flight to Seattle. Yeah, if you think the Leafs are going to pay Sheldon Keefe to not coach them for 2 years so that they could hire Lane Lambert, I think you got another thing coming. Ricept, why does it feel like Vancouver are constantly on a power play? Because they're really good and the Leafs stink. Happy to help. The Leafs beat this team by 3 goals earlier this year. Braden YG says, take a shot every time Jones makes a save. Yes, that will be my journey to sobriety. Goodness gracious. Simone Benoit taking the puck for a little walk there. Only to give it away. I think he was just trying to buy time for a line change. Marner, again, the only Leaf playing tonight. Puck is out of the zone. Andrew, can we do the LFR now to save some time? You know what? Producer Drew says yes. Shut up. Hey, I'm the one who's got to do a live show tomorrow. I got to be in Kingston for 10 o'clock. Holmberg knocked down. Keeps it alive, though. Marner back to Holmberg. Holmberg up to Marner. Marner to Matthews. Matthews throws it on. Does not get through. Romp of Otters says the Canucks pressure is relentless. You're not joking. Yeah, they try. Do the Canucks have way more talent than the Leafs? I'm not convinced they do. You could argue that they do, but I'm not convinced it's like way more, like this huge chasm. But their talent and hard work. I was skeptical about Rick Tocchet. Not necessarily about him. I was skeptical about this group. But he's got them trying hard. The Leafs are not beating the Canucks in effort. If you can't beat them in talent, you got to beat them in effort. And they're not. Leafs narrowly avoid a too many men call there. Giordano narrowly avoids a holding call there. They are drowning right now. Canucks whip it around. Zadorov bumped into by Liljegren. Pretty good there. The Canucks hold the zone again. Do you see how effortlessly the Canucks take the puck off the Leafs in the Canucks zone and how absolutely impossible it is for the Leafs to get the puck off them in their own zone? Giordano just went for a huge hit and got blown up. And William Lageson's on milk cartons right now. I don't get it. Connor Garland, I think, thought about going for the Michigan there. The Leafs are like about to take a penalty here. They look exhausted. Matthew Nyes is breathing out of every orifice in his body. Leafs narrowly avoid taking a penalty there. They dump it. Will it be icing? The refs say no. Less than a minute to go in the first period. By the grace of God. This has been... I really love talking to you guys. This has been one of the most miserable periods of hockey the Leafs have played this season. Nightmare LLC says Marner for Alexei Lafreniere, Jake Trouba, a first and 2/3. I want what you're having. Leafs taken into the Canucks zone, see if they could at least go into intermission in a good mood. But no, because the Canucks take the puck off them easily. Again. See? Knocked down. Here come the Canucks. Chip it out. It's easy. Easy. The clock winds down in the first period, and that was a genuinely miserable experience. At first intermission, the Canucks are up 3-0 on home ice. All-star goalie in net. The Leafs are boned. Or maybe it's a miracle comeback. Watch it with me. Gross. Abby says that is that $11.5 million player looking rough right now? Yep. William Nylander right now looks like every worst stereotype of a player who has a great contract year and shuts it off immediately. He had 2 assists against the Calgary Flames. Other than that, he went, I think it was 3 or 4 straight games without a point after those Sharks games, which empty calories. He did well in those games. Empty calories. It's the Sharks. And now he looks terrible in this game. It's not a great start, man. And that contract hasn't even started. From Doug Lee fan, Keefe, Domi with Marner, 1 game and multi-points. I think Sheldon Keefe is going to be going, Brad! Help! All first intermission. And I wouldn't be surprised if he completely changed the lines for the second period. Jan Krause, sorry. Please remind Adam that Canucky is coming for him. Who is Canucky? That's not the mascot. Isn't the mascot named Finn? Or no, that's the Sharks mascot. Now I'm scared. Is that just like a friend of yours from work, Canucky, and he's gonna like take a crowbar to Adam's ankles or something? From J-Rock, no better time to try a live LFR than this in period 3 unless it's close. Gotta be up early so experimenting makes sense. Love SDPN. Thanks, guys. Thank you for the idea. Yeah, I don't love the idea of a live LFR. I tried it in Sweden. It's actually quite difficult. Man, oh man. From Braden, has John Tavares stopped trying after 1,000 points? I don't think he stopped trying. I think he had some good plays there, but he looks like he's not up to speed. I'd rather it be him not trying because effort is something that you have control over. You don't have control over your feet. Producer Drew says, do you think Sheldon Keefe has the Canucks line in a different league? That is cheeky. That is an Avalanche callback to a game that wasn't that long ago. Man, what a miserable time this team is having. Producer Drew, what do we got for first intermission entertainment? Is that going to be the left wing conversation? Yeah, okay. So Pontus Holmberg, didn't love him on, I think it was the first goal or second goal. It doesn't matter. They all look like crap. The Leafs are drowning at left wing. So here we are, me, Adam, and Jesse on the SDP talking about the Leafs left wing situation. Take it away. Do we think Pontus Holmberg is the best left wing the Leafs have?
No.
I don't know if he's the 5th best left wing the Leafs have.
Just work hard out there. Just go into the corners. Dig the puck out. That's
your
all you
job.
need to do.
Just do your job. Like, he's trying to, like, Tyler Bertuzzi has gone up and down for me this season. He's spent a fortune. He swung and
You
missed.
mean in his next contract?
Yeah, he's swung and missed on this deal. He only got a 1 year 5.5, and the big long-term deal that might have been offered to him this summer, where'd it go?
Yeah.
Where'd it go? He's got 6 goals, man. Like 6 goals in a relatively healthy season.
Mhm.
He's spending a fortune. And like, who's your competition for that top line spot that was his? He started the season with Matthews and Marner.
Mhm.
Who's your competition? A rookie who's also in the doghouse, by the way, and
Robertson.
Matthew Nice.
Oh,
no,
no,
Matthew
Nice.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
And then there's Robertson, who's you ever seen a brick doghouse? Like he's got like they put a foundation down on that thing.
He's gonna have to dig under.
They got a basement, plumbing. It's nice. It's nice in there. I mean, you know, you got to set up for the winter. It's winterized. Yarncroke's not on the left wing anymore. Domi's not being used on the wing anymore. Bobby McMahon was a call up. And then you have Pontus Holmberg, who they're like, hey, you shoot left, right?
Right.
How aren't you on that line? How aren't you with... He played some shifts with Tavares last night. It was a little touch and go. How aren't you this team's top line left winger? How don't you have 40,000 points playing with those 2 freaks?
Well, and the way Austin is playing, the way Mitch has picked it up. The last, like, I know
Mitch
people,
had a fucking great game.
he had a great
He had
game.
a great
and if
game.
you look at his last 10 games, he's been on fire. He's got crazy
His
points.
counting stats have been very good.
Yeah.
There's been
So
some things to
with
left
the
there.
with the Pontus
Yeah.
Holmberg thing, the way Sheldon Keefe is setting up everybody with these lineups isn't how he plays them during the game. Because like Pontus Holmberg, anytime he's on the ice, he's with Matthews and Marner, right?
Mhm.
But Matthews and Marner are always long shifting. So Pontus Holmberg last night had 11 minutes of ice time. Tyler
Crazy.
Bertuzzi had 17 minutes of ice time.
Wow.
So the way Sheldon Keefe sets up the lines is, yeah, that's how you'll go out. But once we're doing these changes, Pontus Holmberg isn't out there as a first line winger.
Right.
He's playing 11 minutes of ice time,
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
here's my question.
but he's only playing with Matthews and Marner during those 11 minutes.
Here's my question. Do the players hate that?
Yes, 100%.
They-
If you talk to any NHLer, what they like to do is show up to the rink. They don't have to look at the board because they know where they're playing.
Yeah, like no wonder you lead the league in too many men on the ice. It's been a while, which means we're going to get one tomorrow.
It's been like 5 games.
Yeah, I know. But like no wonder you get so many. Like it looks like the fucking Zodiac killer. Like every time you look at the lines and what they're going to send out there. Like I know other teams with elite players have special lines, but the guy regularly playing on your top line 5-on-5 played 11 minutes
Mhm.
and wasn't benched.
Yep.
No, that's just how he was deployed.
And late in the game, when they got to shut it down, they're like, we'll put Gregor with Matthews and Marner. We'll put Yarncroke with... Like, bless the coaching staff for this galaxy brain stuff that makes it look like they're working real hard. It would be lovely, and I think welcome by all involved, if they didn't have to do that.
Well, they're obviously going to have to make some sort of changes. I wonder. I mean, Bertuzzi had. There's a lot of people that are hard on the guy, and I think rightfully so. But there have been some really great games from this person, and he has been snake bitten. There's no question. I wonder if some other team at the trade deadline goes, "We'll give you value for value." I wonder about
I
that.
really just don't.
He's a
want to go
UFA,
back to
so
Boston.
like it's
Well, he's not going to get traded to Boston. At least it won't do that.
Yeah, but maybe it's a flippy.
it'd have to be a move where you think you're upgrading your team, right? in the
Yeah.
moment. So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting if there's a player out there for that, because it'd be with a contender who you're just swapping issues with, I guess.
Mhm.
But with just to finish off that Pontus Holmberg point, you were very right about, hey, when the game is on the line, he's not on the ice. When during the third period, when they had their 1-goal lead for the rest of the game, Pontus Holmberg had 3 shifts.
Okay.
The entire third period. And it's just so strange about like, hey, you're going to organize your lines the day of the game. You're going to say he's our first line left winger. But when the game actually matters, he's only going to see the ice 3 times.
What happened the previous game? They put him out there in the final minutes of the game, blew his assignment, they lost the game.
So maybe that should be a sign that he shouldn't be your first line left winger.
Yeah, but he's trying to make a point. He's trying to make a point, man. Like, Again, I'll say it every show.
Are there other ways to make points
This man,
besides ruining your hockey team?
you know, Jesse, that's a great question.
I would love an answer.
This man, I think, must punch the air every time he's in a room by himself, scream through the windshield, goes to church and lights 1,000 candles. Like, he's fighting for Sheldon Keefe. I know a lot of people don't love the job he's doing. That man is fighting for his freaking life.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he steps behind that bench,
Mm-hmm.
he might as well go, Brad! Pontus Holmberg's on the top line, Brad! Brad! We're dying! Brad! Hi, everyone. Steve Dangle here, and welcome back to our watch-along for the ritualistic murder of the Toronto Maple Leafs at the hand of the Vancouver Canucks. It is 3-0 Vancouver after 1. Let's get to some of your questions and comments. From Joe, want to send Steve into the second round happy. Second round? So thanks, buddy. Appreciate all the work you, Adam, and Jesse and your crew do just bring great hockey content. I look forward to every episode. Well, I think you're going to look forward to the next one, too. I think it's going to be quite something. Robert Brett, are you surprised at Simone Benoit's play so far? This season, yes. It's been much better than anyone could have expected out of a dude who had the worst counting stats in basically the NHL last year. But he was on the Ducks, and the Leafs took a wise bet on him. Especially incredible considering he was injured to start the season. He played some games in the minors. Now here he is with the Leafs, basically putting up 0 points. I think he has 1 still. And he's played solid, but basically no one's looked good tonight. Maybe Marner. King James, 813. $20. You play for the LA Lakers. You can afford. Oh, this isn't. Oh, I thought it was the real LeBron. I'm sorry. Tuned in from Tampa, hoping my Lightning can make a run to the playoffs after their slow start. Never want to miss an opportunity to support SDPN. Thank you very much. And mwah, that is a beautiful thing of you to do. And I know you're just doing that because the Leafs are getting killed right now. Can you believe this team beat Tampa in a playoff series? Like, holy cow. I cannot. With the way they're playing. Andrew says, I skated at Pee Wee level for $5 million. Are we taking it? You know what? I'll take you. As long as you don't ask for 11. New vote. What's the Leafs' greatest need? Left wing, goaler, or blue liner? Attaboy, Rob. I'm gonna click goaler. I choose goaler. That Blair dude. Don't worry, Steve. Everyone's going to watch your video because the Leafs are losing. Okay, so here's the thing. I know that. I don't like that. It's like a silver lining, I guess. I would rather the Leafs win, though. Like, what if I was known for my over-the-top celebrations? I think that would be cool. Like, here. So I have access to my in-depth stats. Here are my top videos from the last 28 days. The Oilers loss LFR has 102,000 views. The loss against the Avalanche is 97. The William Nylander re-signing one has 86. He's been terrible. The Game 33 loss to the Blue Jackets, where I have my eyes crossed, is at 86,000. When they lost to the Red Wings, who were at the airport all day, 83,000. There's a game called Scratch and Whiff. Who was that game even against? Doesn't look like they won, though. The 76,000. Cardio, where they lost to the Sens, 66,000. Dostal, 63,000. The Leafs won that game. I wish the top viewed videos were the wins. I'm so depressed, dude. From Jan, can't believe you forgot about Canucky. You called him that when you said the Canucks would win all the trophies when Adam doubted the Canucks. Oh, I said he would win the award for best mascot. Ardoon says, did the Leafs regret the Lafferty trade yet? I think they regretted that thing by Halloween. Are you kidding? Like, is Ryan Reeves cleared to play? Like, where'd he go? He's just practicing. Like, at this point, put him in the lineup. What are they going to do? Lose? Noah says, what's the better use of $12.6 million? Jesus. Oh, God, you're right. Noah, what's the better use of $12.6 million? You can either have Nathan McKinnon or William Nylander and Connor Timmins. Brad! Bradley! Help us, Brad! Brad! Thank you for your question. Jesus. Shadow Panther. Steve, have you considered joining the Black and Gold? For Italians, we have pasta as well as the best second line in hockey. I misread that because I thought the Black and Gold was some sort of special club for Italians. And I was like, well, they've made a lot of movies about special clubs for Italians, and I don't know if I'm about that life. And then I realized you were talking about the Bruins, and you were talking about David Pastrnak. I think if I were to randomly start cheering for the Bruins, it would be like a Hulk Hogan joining the NWO level of betrayal. And I'm just not going to do that. Shut up! Producer Drew goes, you already did the Habs. You're a liar. Shut up! Jesse Blake in the group chat saying Ryan Reeves is still on IR. Cool! Nick Robertson isn't! Dude, how mad do you got to be if you're Nick Robertson watching these guys just get caved in and you're up there in a suit eating popcorn? Nick Robertson, William Lagesson, Timmins got into a game recently, at least. Marcus, Carter Hutton was on Kipper and Bourne. Oh, is he available for a goalie? Carter Hutton was on Kipper and Bourne and said his career ended because of a high ankle sprain, and he worries if Wool will be the same. Okay. All right. Not all high ankle sprains are the same, right? Some concussions end careers. Some concussions, you're back the next game. Like, not all high ankle sprains are the same, and the puck has dropped for the second period. Sorry, we sort of came back for the second period quickly there. We are here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. And if you go, whoa, Matthews just fired it into the bench. That'll give you an opportunity to go to my Twitter. Please go to my Twitter. Because my pinned tweet is tickets to our live shows on February 2nd and 3rd at the Rec Room in Toronto. Puck has dropped. Braden says, Brad for Messiah, 1 for 1. Did you mean Messiah? I was like, are you asking me to trade Brad for living for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? What? I think you meant Messiah Ujiri. Well, Messiah has won a championship, so I'll take him. Bang from Simone Benoit. Stopped by Thatcher Demko. That would have been something. From Saturnine. Pretend the Leafs are in black and they look great. That'd be great if it was that easy. Simone Benoit puts it on. Demko gloves it, and the Leafs will at very least get an ozone draw. As Brandon puts it, Dangle all day. 19:13 to go, and the second puck is dropped. Canucks, easy face-off win. Easy zone exit. But they flub it, and Liljegren will get to that puck first. Pressure from the Canucks. Leafs get out and just turn the puck right back over. The Canucks are absolutely all over them. And the Leafs look like they would want, or they would like nothing more than to simply play tomorrow's game against Seattle. Oh, Yarncroak, bit of a late hit there. Benoit off the boards to Nyes. Back to Benoit. Behind the net. Looking for options. God, the Canucks are absolutely all over the Leafs. Daza McD, watching from Australia. Leafs really need a jump here. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for watching all the way from Australia. And Sean Beaupre, not to be confused with Don, former Leaf goalie, says Toronto Pot Leafs must be an indica. Ugh. Producer Drew pointing out that it is noon in Australia. Lovely. On the screen for Sportsnet right now, they have the Leafs' last 5 games. 3-1 lead, lost. 3-0 lead, lost. Except for the good result against Calgary, it's been a big old bag of crap. And the Leafs could have built off that win against the Flames. I mean, the Canucks are in first. You don't even need to beat them, for crying out loud. You just need a good effort to show you can hang. And they are getting sunned. Bobby McMahon chips it in. Puck taken right off him. Here come the Canucks. Turnover. David Kampf trying to make the best of the situation. Doesn't work. Canucks will get set up as if it is a power play. Oh, they turn it over, though. Right onto Morgan Riley's stick. Fortunate break there. Riley will dump it in right on Demko. But the Leafs will go off for a change, so nothing comes of it. Other than the change, I suppose. Pesukaru. Topi Niemela will save us all. Yes, I'm from Finland. Love you, Mr. Steve. I mean, honestly, they should be trying any and everyone from the Marlies. Here comes Matthews! Shove it. Oh, geez. We get a whistle as Philip Hronik noted. Alan Walsh client knocks the net off. Andrew Doucette, should we be sellers in tank for first and rebuild? No, that would make me too sad. Steve says, cheers from Alberta. Always support SDPN. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Steve. You're welcome, Steve. Face off in the Canucks zone. 16:37 to go in the second period. Josh making a great point in the chat. Basically going, sell? What do we have to sell? Good point. And puck is dropped. Leafs win it. Jake McCabe puts it on. Matthews tries to tip it. I think he might have got a piece of it, but it didn't go anywhere productive. Matthews battling, puts it off a Holmberg skate. Marner will have to skate after it. It shouldn't be that hard to find someone to play with Matthews and Marner, right? You know? Here comes Matthews. Shoot that. Can't get a proper shot off. Whoa, Matthews with a bit of a reverse hit there on Tyler Myers. And then Myers drills Pontus Holmberg, who gets right back up. But here come the Canucks now. Puck battle here. Canucks come up with it. I think that's Dakota Joshua, former Leaf draft pick. In case you weren't depressed enough. Nightmare LLC says, who's worse, Paul Marner or LeVar Ball? That's terrible. I'm not answering that, dude. I appreciate the support. I'm not answering that. LeVar Ball is more quotable. I'll give you that. How's that for an answer? Leafs in the offensive zone. Nylander. What? Oh, Demko should have had that one. That was a seeing eye shot from Nylander from distance. And the Leafs have life. They are on the board. Willie, like that didn't even look like a strong shot. Riley up the ice, finds Willie, protects the puck. Oh, and Demko even gets a piece of it. I think this just beats him. This wasn't deflected or nothing. Was he screened? Yeah, he should have had that. That wasn't deflected or nothing. Hey, Willie. His 22nd of the season. Let's go. That's an $11.5 million shot. Puck is dropped, by the way. Matthew Nyes rips it on. Why not? Apparently you might beat this guy tonight. 14:54 to go in the second as we get a whistle. That Blair dude says, what do you think of the matte black helmets? I actually think they're really good. It doesn't work for every team. I like these ones. They're cool. Shadow Panther, isn't it hard to find a side to go with ribeye when your budget is 33 cents and pocket lint? No, it's not. You could always get a side salad from McDonald's in the States. I feel like that's an inside joke. I feel like you're a true listener. Puck is dropped. Yeah! Liljegren can't hold the line. Prevents the worst of it. Jake McCabe has pressure on him. Sportsnet has the shots as 17-9 for the Canucks. Nyes attacking the puck. Gets it. Doesn't find his intended target. Wait, the Leafs have 17 shots? The Leafs are out shooting the Canucks 8-0 here in the second. Wow. I guess not a ton of them have looked dangerous, and maybe that's why I didn't notice, but holy cow. Here come the Canucks. Oh, fortunate bounce. Partial 2-on-1. Brody breaks it up. That kind of came out of nowhere. David Kampf can't clear the zone. Oh, boy. The Leafs will break it out here. Bobby McMahon with it. Can't find Gregor. Matthews on the ice now. He scored last time he was on the ice with these two. They'll come off with, for a change. Giordano jumps it into the corner behind the net. Holmberg finds Marner. Shoot that! Blocked. Holmberg tries to get it to the point. Can't. Put two hands on your stick, Pontus. JJ says, I asked this as a Penguins fan. Is there a hockey trade that can be made between the Leafs and Pens? Also, what would happen if the Pens make the playoffs and the Leafs don't? Well, I would never live it down because I've talked about how much I don't like the Penguins. Like, just not don't like them, like, screw you guys. Like, I just don't think they're very good. A hockey trade? I'm not sure I see one. I don't think Jake Gensel, for example, saves the Leafs. Oh, Morgan! And they score! Mitch Marner! That is a great read from Marner and a great read from Jake McCabe. A something from nothing play. Marner waits and waits and waits, and McCabe attacks the net. Reminds me of the game-tying goal in that iconic 8-6 Leaf win over Carolina where Tyson Barrie drives the net. What a feed from Marner, who's been fantastic tonight. Oh, yeah, no, that was Matthews to Marner, to McCabe, and in. And the Leafs, all of a sudden, are within one. There's another one you could argue that Demko should have had, but he didn't. Part of it was because Connor Garland didn't have a stick. They don't ask how, they ask how many. And the Leafs are within one. Just like that. Hockey, man. Natalie Drake, does Matthew Nyes look like Ashton Kutcher? This is urgent. See, he doesn't look like Ashton Kutcher now. But he does look like Ashton Kutcher at a similar age, which I think is important. 12-12 to go in the second. Connor Garland either looks ashamed or to be in some distress. Leafs magically within one all of a sudden. That Blair dude says, okay, are we sure Pontus Holmberg's offhand isn't a prosthetic? Yeah. Yeah, we're sure. Dunder Muffin, that is a great name, says Jake Gensel will save the Leafs. So here, to get into a more in-depth answer there, let's have a look at the Penguins. Yeah, producer Drew pointing out like Jake Gensel is a tremendous offensive player. He is. I just haven't loved his defensive performances in some of the games that I've seen against the Leafs. Like what could the Leafs offer for Gensel? The only thing I can think of is Tyler Bertuzzi. And like the Canucks don't take that. I mean the Penguins don't take that. The Leafs also don't take Jeff Carter. I don't know, Jansen Harkins, Colin White, Chad Ruedel. Like I'm just not seeing the path forward there. I could see Dubas doing like a depth move for like one of the guys that he likes. I just don't know who that is. Andrew, will the Leafs take the lead just to blow it? How dare you? You're on thin ice. Number one Campbell fan, Steve, if the Leafs were to fire Keefe, who is most likely to replace him? I think Bruce Boudreau would be a nice option. I do think Boudreau is an option. I'm thinking the answer is on the bench currently. I think they'd give it to Guy Boucher. I think you hire Guy Boucher as an assistant because you're thinking about making him your head coach. Am I wrong? 12-12 to go in the second. We are waiting for a puck drop here. Oh, nope. Teddy Bluger kicked out of the faceoff dot. Dakota Joshua versus Tavares. Puck is dropped. Leafs win it back. Oh boy. Steve, should we sign Corey Perry? I know there's mutual interest. Leafs ice the puck. I mean, that's been rumored for months now, like even before he signed in Chicago. It still kind of skeeves me out that we don't really know what happened and why he got his contract ripped up by Chicago. Puck is dropped. Leafs win the faceoff. No, Canucks get it right back. Stylistically and in terms of attitude and like what this team is looking for, yeah, I think he's a fit. I would like to know. Oh my God, they tied it! Nylander looks shocked. Nylander looks shocked. The Leafs have tied it barely over 8 minutes into the second. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Nylander with his second knuckler. Neither of those shots look like they should have gone in. Riley finds Nylander. It just beats Demko. It might have deflected. I think it deflects off Carson Soucy. Yes, it does. It does. You could tell by Soucy's reaction, and Demko was completely fooled. There's 11:41 to go in the second. The Canucks have had a 3-0 lead and blown it. The Leafs are now out shooting them 21-11, and the Canucks have taken a timeout. What an absolutely shocking turn of events. The Leafs were 10-1 odds when down 3-0 if you bet them. Robert, what do you think about the Islanders firing Lane Lambert for Patrick Waugh? I will have a video on that tomorrow. I will say this. No coach available would have the hype around him that Patrick Waugh has with Patrick Waugh's coaching record. In the NHL, puck has dropped. In the NHL, Waugh did win the Jack Adams, yes, but he has won fewer playoff series than Sheldon Keefe. He was an NHL head coach for 3 years. He won 0 playoff series, made the playoffs once. That was the year he won the Jack Adams. And that's all he's got. Matthews behind the net. The Leafs are absolutely buzzing right now. Marner in front for the deflection. Doesn't work. Matthews gets it. Has it taken away from Quinn Hughes. Liljegren holds it in. It's airborne. Leafs can't hold the zone, but they do get the puck back. Jake McCabe appears to be playing with Timothy Liljegren now. Yarncroke will dump it in. Was that Yarncroke up there with Matthews and Marner? Max Domi goes in there for a hit. Leafs all of a sudden have all the life. Leafs all of a sudden have all the pressure. Andrew says, as a lifelong Leaf fan, this game is too leafy. I disagree. They were down 3-0. This is just leafy enough. Canucks put it on. Simone Benoit comes up with it. Joe, yes, I am happy now. And so are you. Good to hear. Canucks just dumping it out. Man, these are the adjustments that I have talked about Sheldon Keefe not being able to make. He's making them. David Kampf out there with Nyes and Nylander. Oh, Demko struggled to handle that a little bit. And we got a face-off with 10:05 to go in the second. Reaccept. Do you not think Keefe's record is padded due to having the core four? Personally, I think he's overrated. I mean, if it was an unfair advantage to have the core four, then they would have more than one series win. Is that fair? King James, moral of the story, if the Leafs are up 3-0, bet their opponents to win. If the opponent is up 3-0, bet the Leafs. Ask Jesse Blake. 10:05 to go in the second period. Shots 13-2 for the Leafs. Puck has dropped. Saturnine, Vancouver video team is looking for offside in the first period. That's very funny. That is very funny. Thank you for that. You ever just get tickled by one? That's a funny one. Mikheyev, high and wide. I miss him, though. Gregor, dumping it. Matthews is out there with Gregor and McMahon, I think, as a regular shift. Nope, there's Marner. Sheldon Keefe is definitely doing a little juggling. Matthews, ooh, can't quite get it to Holmberg. So this line is together. Canucks again, just dumping it out. Giordano goes and gets it. And here come the Leafs again. Benoit to a wide open Holmberg who can't handle it. And he one-hand passes it to Marner. This is the weirdest tendency I've noticed in a player. Marner. Oh, what patience at the blue line. Passes it between the legs behind him to Giordano, who puts it on. Rebound. Marner's been the best player on the ice tonight. I know Nylander has the 2 goals, but he's played excellently. Here come the Canucks. Holmberg dumps Garland. Benoit. That's a nice breakout pass there to Tavares. Tavares behind the net, looking for help here. Marner out there for a long shift. He's got to get off, and Willie will help him. Good play from Willie. Looking for Riley there. Didn't like it. Working it around. Willie looking for the hat trick. Bertuzzi scored! Oh, they wave it off. They wave it off. And there's a brouhaha. Riley going straight at noted Alan Wall's client, Philip Hronek. This is going to be very interesting. They're saying he kicked it in. Well, did he kick it and it went off of someone? This is going to be interesting because we're going to get probably a review here. Bertuzzi going off for repairs. He's bleeding profusely from the mouth. He's absolutely dripping blood. Yeah, it's a kick. You know what? Is that a distinct kicking motion, though? Producer Drew going, settle down. But, like, if it goes off his stick, it is. Or, sorry, his skate, it is. But it looked like it might have gone off his knee or his sock. Well, I'm not saying you can't kick with your shin. I'm just saying they never call it for the shin, right? Like, it goes off your skate. Usually. That'll be a really interesting review. I mean, we all know what Bertuzzi was trying to do. It's a shame. He's so snake-bitten. He wasn't trying to kick it in. He was trying to kick it to his stick, but his stick was in the net. So, I don't think this is going to count. Sorry, say that again, Drew? That is a great point. The worst thing they could do is take a lead going into the third. You're absolutely right. Andrew says, it's a knee. Good goal. Calling it. Jacob, that's very kicky, Steve. You know what? Get a vote. Should that goal count? Nez says, I told you to relax. Do you know who I am? I don't pull that card very often. Do you know who I am? Rob says he was trying to get up. So, okay, Hronek gets a cross-checking penalty here. Ref is standing at center ice. At least you're going to get a power play out of this. Hockett seems pissed. Yeah, puck is put in with the leg. He didn't say the puck was kicked in. He said the puck was put in with the leg. You can I know you can kick without your foot. It's funny, Hronek. Nah. Does Hronek not kind of? Oh no, Hronek's stick was above the puck, so it looked like he touched it, but he doesn't. Listen, I want this to count, so I'm trying to find a way for it to count, but it doesn't. Did Hronek take out one of Bertuzzi's teeth? Or was Bertuzzi already missing one? He's bleeding all over the place. So Quinn Hughes is in the box. Philip Hronek is in the box. The Leafs have a guy in the box. And producer Drew asking a great question. How is that not 4? Or maybe it is. All right. The Leafs getting a power play goal here would be absolutely bananas. Puck is obviously dropped. Leafs, they got into the zone, but it's picked off. And the Canucks trying to eat some clock here. Dakota Joshua doing a Good job there. 30 seconds has elapsed, 7:40 to go in the second period. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Austin Matthews with 9 power play goals in the season. He is going for 10. Joe says, not even watching the game, just you, Steve. Love you, Joe. Canucks with it in the corner. They clear the zone. Giordano, who's out there on the ice. Oh, yeah, Riley's in the box. Gloves it down. Marner taken down. Gets right back up. Giordano looking for someone to give it to. Drops it for Austin. Lots of time wasting away here, though. Leafs get in, onside, and they'll get the ozone face-off with 6:54 to go, so that's good. Mike McDonald. Love SDPN and the Leafs. They're going to score 3 more goals. Is this the perfect Leaf goal song? Dawson Gamble, Dance With Me, Darlin'. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what that sounds like. I don't know that song. Not by the title. And I can't play it on the stream because we'll get sent to jail or something. Max Domi wins a face-off. Tries to get it back to the point. Liljegren can't hold the line. Martin Jones out to play it. Liljegren flying behind the net. There's still 30 seconds to go here in this power play. This is actually more power play time than the second unit is probably used to getting. Holmberg is out there for the Leafs. Liljegren again can't hold the line. Timmy, you are blowing it, buddy. Nice with the dying seconds of the power play. Gains the zone, but he misses Holmberg on the pass. And here come the Canucks. Mikheyev. Pass is too long. Leafs, they go for the cheeky breakout there. It doesn't work. And now the Canucks are back to even strength, and Besser has the puck. Shoots! Around the net. Martin Jones has barely had to do anything, which, if you watch the first period, is probably good. It's wild. The Leafs were down 3-0. They've tied it 3-3. But if you watch the first period, like, this game should probably be 3-1 Leafs. Because 2 of those goals Jones let in were awful. But you could argue the same the other way, because at least one of the goals Demko allowed wasn't very good either. Here comes Bobby McMahon. He's got some speed. Looked like he might have got around Zadorov there, who rides him into the boards. McMahon sticking with it, though. Kampf in there to help him. McMahon back up. This is a great battle behind the Canucks net. Good fourth line shift. Kampf can't get to it. Simone Benoit does. How many combined points does everyone on the ice have for the Leafs right now? Like 5? You got Gregor, Kampf, McMahon, Benoit. And who's Benoit out there with? McCabe? I think McCabe's the top scorer. No, it's Nylander. What? Where'd you come from? Puts it on and it goes up and out. It's absolutely bizarre. The Leafs are all over the Canucks. Quinn Hughes very upset on the bench. Wow. I've never seen a guy break their stick that way. It's usually they slam it. He was kind of like holding it just above the blade and just sort of snapped the thing. And we saw in that replay, Bertuzzi was already missing a tooth. So Hronik did not knock out his tooth. Apparently the deserve to win-o-meter, according to producer Drew, is 66% in favor of the Leafs. Let's try to get that up to 67, maybe even 69. Warrior Womp, noted defenseman William Nylander. I saw TJ Brody was out there last second. They obviously did some switching up while they had all that pressure. Dunder Muffin says Ryan O'Reilly has 40 points in 45 games, in case you were wondering. I wasn't, but thank you. I keep considering picking him up in fantasy. Here's my problem. I think I have a pretty good team. I have Tim Stützle. He's a center left wing, and he's been awful. But I'm not going to drop him. put him on waivers. That seems insane. And I don't really have anyone else worth dropping. Like, I have a pretty good team. Natalie Drake, is Kampf out of your doghouse? We love him here. He's had a good game tonight. Those 3 Leaf goals were scored in 3 minutes and 26 seconds of time on ice, according to the broadcast. Wow. But I tell you, man, this is why you don't do live LFRs. And puck is dropped. We got 4:54 to go in the second period here. We got 5-on-5 action. Canucks going 3-on-3 there. Whoop-a-day. Thrown in front dangerously. Dakota Joshua. Battling behind the net. Bertuzzi can't quite get to it at the point. Good pressure here. From both teams, really. Leafs on the defensive end of the puck. Canucks fans wanting an interference call there. Reminds me of what happened to Marner earlier in the first period, just saying. Bertuzzi rips it on. That doesn't go anywhere near the net. Tavares knocked down in front. If one is interference, so is that. But neither is interference. As long as you call it consistently. McCabe throws it behind the net. Pontus Holmberg there. Shovels it behind the net to Matthews, who gets it to Marner. Pass just out of reach, but Marner recovers it. Throws it back into the corner for Holmberg. Around. Liljegren drops it from Marner, who holds it in. Was looking for a deflection there. Didn't get a friendly one. Leafs hold the line again. McCabe. Marner. What patience there from Mitch. Matthews to Marner. Wide. McCabe. Matthews working to get the puck for himself. Oh, Holmberg whiffs on it. Oh, man, the kid is really battling tonight. There have been so many plays where if a more experienced, more talented player was there, you never know. Leafs coming up with the puck again. Producer Drew says Michael Bunting would have 4 goals already. Yeah, and 3 penalties. 3 minutes to go in the second. Shots 25-13 for the Leafs. I honestly can't believe it. That means the Canucks have 4 shots this period? Here come the Leafs. Partial 3-on-2. Yarncroke stopped by Demko. Domi going straight after Carson Soucy as soon as the play ends. We're going to file that under dick move, but not a penalty. Oh, Pettersson saying he got elbowed by Matthews there. That's a good glove save there from Demko. Rich Mayo saying Nyes wouldn't have whiffed. It's hard to be critical when they erased the 3-0 lead, eh? Coates says, is the All-Star live show kid-friendly or should I leave them at home? That is a really good question. Me and the guys got to talk about that. I mean, it's at Rec Room. There's like video games and stuff. It's during the day. I don't plan on saying the F word. I'm going to be a good boy. We have kids at our events all the time. I would say bring your kids. We get another whistle here. I'm also pretty good at being like, oh, there's kids in the crowd. Drax TV. Does Easton Cowan got a Gordie Howe hat trick today? 14 W's in a row for the London Knights. Help is on the way. Not soon enough. Man, it looks like they got a player though. 2:41 to go in the second here. Leafs offensive zone draw. Max Domi gets kicked out. Calle Yarncroke on his offhand goes in. One of the Canucks just got kicked out of the dot too. Or did they? Oh, Tyler Bertuzzi's lip is haggard. Puck is dropped. Shot from Max Domi goes up and over. Yeah. Here come the Canucks. Riley in the corner, though. Matthew, nice little move there on Zadorov. Oh boy, he loses the body battle though. When he was going at Zadorov, I'm like, way to go, kid. Are you sure? Well, we got an answer. Here come the Canucks with numbers. 4-on-4 here. I've had a little bit more life this past minute. Zadorov looking for someone to pass to. Finds it in Hronek! Puck wide! Oh no! Rebound! No, I don't like it. Canucks still have it. Hronek, who I also have in fantasy. Don't yell at me. Canucks, put it on. Off the boards. Kuzmenko, Future Leaf. There's a battle. Brody can't get to it first. And the puck, Riley's saying it went into the netting. Ooh. Nice. Does a good job holding that puck. Sneaky good play. The Canucks still have it, though. And David Kampf gets it out over the blue line. Leafs with some dead tired legs out there. You know, one criticism you can definitely levy for Nyes is he's gotten caught out there for some ridiculously long shifts in this game and over the last few games. And it looks like he's skating in quicksand right now. Leafs can't get it out. Ooh, Canucks put it in. They score with exactly a minute to go in the second. One of the Leafs' most inspirational periods of the season kind of ruined at the end of it. Connor Garland with his second of the game, it looks like. Robert Bett said, can we get support to get Brody a case of glue for his stick to hold the puck? And here he is. He blocked a shot there. He didn't get any help from his teammates. Nylander gets 2-on-1 there. Did Riley accidentally shovel this in his own net? Doesn't matter. The Canucks back up 4-3 with a minute to go. Man, what a difference in attitude between these two teams. You know, between the Canucks taking the lead into intermission or the Leafs taking the tie. They could still tie it. Canucks could still score again. Here they come. This is a bit of a partial 2-on-1 here. Oh, no! Zadorov goes wide. Liljegren finds Bertuzzi in front. He's got Tavares with him. What is that from Besser on Bertuzzi? And producer Drew pointing out that Rick Tocchet timeout worked. What's the whistle for here? Zadorov and McCabe going right at each other. Ari45 says, come on, man. I was just feeling good about getting the Leafs at plus 850. Good for you. I'm not going to ask how much. $15 seconds to go in the second. Oh, boy. Here come the Canucks. At this point, just don't screw it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second period is over. Well, Leafs were down 3-0. They roared back to tie it. Oh, and we get some rough stuff after the whistles, after the intermission. Riley, pawn at Dakota Joshua. Liljegren's got, I think that's Bluger down there. Pontus Holmberg involved. This is a great game, man. Ken M, greetings from the land of the Solar Bears. That is Orlando. Glad to catch the game in the stream. Much love to Steve and the STPN crew. And of course, go Leafs, go. Thank you very much, Ken. Wow, 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 wow. Nick Glover saying Riley is such a beauty. You're so right. TMA Cyber Chief says, close it out in the third. Go Canucks, go. How about Huff Farts? That's an interesting question. Producer Drew says, do you think Zadorov has extra motivation in this game? Yeah, like we know he wanted to be a Leaf. He straight up said his agent was basically like, trade my client to the Leafs. And my assumption is the Leafs didn't want to give up what the Flames did, which was not very much. Let me look. Trade history. Oh boy, a 5th round pick from Chicago in 2024. It's conditional. The condition is Calgary will receive the best of the 5th round picks that Chicago owns. Whatever, it's a 5th. And the 3rd round pick is in 2026. The Leafs couldn't beat that. I bet they wish they paid that now. 3.75 mil. I don't think there was retention on the deal, was there? Nope. No retention on the deal. I mean, that's probably why they couldn't do it. They just literally couldn't afford him. That's a great point from producer Drew. But like Justin Fisher saying Dakota Joshua just mad he's not a Leaf anymore. That's probably right. I don't know if any of the guys on the Canucks are mad they're not Leafs right now. Eric D says, Brad! How could you not beat that, Brad? It's a good question. Brad! Okay. Hey, do you want to go to our All-Star events in Toronto? That's right, I said events. There are 2 at the Rec Room, which is right next to Steam Whistle Brewery. If you know of it, Rec Room is an awesome venue, great food, great drinks, video games, an arcade, and us on February 2nd and 3rd. Check us out. I believe Drew is going to have the links in the chat, but go to my Twitter. It's my pinned tweet. You can get tickets for day 1 and or day 2, and they're also in the description of this video. Check us out. Also click like and click subscribe and tell all your friends. I'll answer a couple more questions before we go to entertainment. Andrew saying, weren't we looking at a 6th pick for a goalie? I don't remember that. Like the Leafs were willing to trade a 6th rounder for a goalie? Like, I mean, the San Jose Sharks paid a 6th rounder, but that was for Mackenzie Blackwood. I think the problem is the Leafs can't bloody afford anything. They can't afford anything. And this is a fantastic one. Hi, Steve's greetings from Argentina. I discovered Dangits in one of my favorite series on YouTube. To be honest, I'm one of the sickos who enjoys your videos when the Leafs lose. Thank you, you sicko. I appreciate that. We're going to go to our intermission entertainment, which I believe is we're going to talk about the Oilers' win streak. Is that right, Producer Drew? Let's go to it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here's what I love about the Knobloch Oilers. Okay, first off, I love saying the name Knobloch again. It's a very satisfying name.
It's great. He really fills the void left by Chuck.
Exactly.
Yes.
The second thing is he goes afterwards. You know, they win their 12 games, and he just basically says, "Listen, if we lose a couple, we're out of the playoff picture. We win a couple, we're talking about home ice advantage."
Mm-hmm.
Like the Edmonton Oilers have the mindset and the execution. And what did they do? What did they do to get here? First, though, let's go to Jesse for a side-by-side
All right,
comparison.
let's go back. Okay. All right, so this is Chris Knobloch. This is Dave Haxtell.
Stop.
They're the same.
They could easily be related.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. Okay, which is which? I'm seeing double. 4 crusties.
The only way
That's
that you can tell
crazy.
the difference is that one parts their hair on the left side and one parts their hair on the right side. That's the only way you know.
Oh, that's
All
frustrating.
right, I think their eye color is the same. I'm pretty sure they both have blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the exact. It's pretty similar.
It is.
That's kinda
wild.
weird.
The ears are a little different. That's about
A
it.
little, Steve. I mean,
And
that's
this,
just one
this
picture.
picture is just at a different angle.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
the ears are the same.
The ears are pretty much the same. Whoa.
And look, they're both wearing blazers with a dress shirt.
Okay.
Well, that's a
okay.
hockey thing.
Well,
But
anyways.
Thank you.
What I loved about Chris Knobloch after the game is he gets at the podium and he's like, this is where we're at. We lose a couple games, we're out. We win a couple, we're talking about home ice advantage, and the Edmonton Oilers might just fuck around and win this division.
What I tell you, I wouldn't write them off. I just refused to do it, even though all the evidence was screaming dead in my face that this team sucked. There was a crazy stat I saw. I can't remember after how many games, but they had 5 points in the standings and they were tied with the Sharks, which was wild on account of the Sharks didn't win their first 11 games.
Yes.
How at any point this season were the Oilers ever tied with them after the first week? And it was over a month into the season, something like that.
Yep. And now
And-
the Edmonton Oilers have
they-
more than double the points that the Sharks do.
They can't lose. Here,
So maybe we need to start asking what happened with the Sharks.
go to the league standings.
Why couldn't they do it?
Go to the league standings. I want to know, are there teams in the NHL, I think the answer is yes, who don't even have 12 wins?
The San Jose Sharks are the only team without 12 wins.
Golly.
I just think you'll find it funny too. The Leafs have played 2 more games and are only 1 point up on the Oilers.
Damn it. Yeah.
Like that's nuts.
And it's not like, okay, I've been down on them this week. They had a losing streak just now. But it's not like since the Oilers were bad, the Leafs have been bad.
Yeah.
Like just consistently the whole time. It's just you can move up the standings rather quickly when you just simply don't lose. It's a great strategy.
Yeah.
I wish more teams tried it.
Well, what, simply winning?
Yeah, just win.
You know, I think that what the Oilers have done, and this is where I pause to go to the more important factor, which is how much Hackstall and Knobloch look alike. What have the Oilers done? Well, they could score a bunch of goals. They always could score a bunch of goals. That's great. Okay.
Different coach.
What they did was they played to their strength, scored a bunch of goals, managed the weakness, which is their defense. They couldn't keep deploying Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard that way.
Mhm.
They were getting eaten alive.
The points were always there.
Yeah, of course.
But Bouchard is another level.
But all they had to do was play their game, the thing that's made them successful the last couple of years. And it actually strikes me as, like, I don't expect anybody to have seen this show, but there's a show called Showtime on HBO Max or Crave, depending upon what country you're in. And it's about the Lakers dynasty.
Yes.
And it is so good. And one of the coaches basically tries to institute a system that in theory will work. And the Lakers are like, they've just come off a championship, and they're like, this is terrible. We can't play like this. He ends up getting fired. Who takes over? Pat Riley. Never heard of him.
Or pretty good coach.
But what's interesting about it is that the coach that instituted that system then took it to the NCAA and became the coach of the highest scoring teams in NCAA history.
Oh.
So I'm not even going to say that Jay Woodcroft was wrong in his system, but he might have been wrong in this system for this team. And
Which happens all the time.
absolutely. And we talked about on the last episode, what are the Oilers at in terms of goals per game?
It was like a hair under 5.
No, it was
it
4.
was dead 4.
Dead 4. And guess what they scored last night?
Was it 4?
4 goals.
Unreal.
They're scoring 4 a game. You want to beat the Oilers, you got to score 5. That's
Gotta score
really hard. That is the best defense is a good offense.
And there was always going to be regression with
Mhm.
the Oilers. I didn't know it would be this hard. They're scoring everything. And by American Thanksgiving, the prospect of Stuart Skinner having a save percentage that started with a 9
Mhm.
seemed ludicrous. And he's already there. It's difficult to point to an aspect of this team that's not to like. I know there's you prefer this guy in that line, and I know a lot of fans are still dismayed with Connor Brown and
Sure.
everything. They're winning.
They're winning.
They're winning. How do you nitpick a team that's won 12 straight? Brad! I didn't need to do that one. I often get asked if the neighbors are concerned. And let me tell you something. When I moved into this house, this relatively new house for us, it's still been less than a year and a half in this house. When I met my neighbors, the first thing I told both of them, both sides, is what I do for a living. Because you're going to hear some screaming. I had to tell them. One of them was like, "Oh, here's Steve Dangle." And I was like, "We're going to get along just fine." But actually, I don't know if I've ever told producer Drew this. The neighbor on the other side is an Avalanche fan. They also said they're not like really a big hockey fan. They're more of a baseball guy. But in terms of hockey, they cheer for the Avalanche. I get it at work. I get it at home. I hate it. How's everyone doing? Hyper Ripen says basements are a hell of a thing. This is definitely a much better soundproofed basement than the previous one. I will say that. Where are you from, Steve Dangle? I am from Scarborough, Ontario. The new Blue Room is bigger than the last one. There's more stuff on the walls, which actually means there's more dampening. It's crazy the lack of noise dampening stuff I have in here, like official noise dampening stuff that I have in here. I just have so much goofy crap on the walls. And it's like that soft plastic, and I think the sound goes into it. Like it gets absorbed by the packaging of everything you see around you. And it's like covering the room in not milk cartons, egg cartons. Milk cartons too, screw it. Courtney says, "Hi, Steve, I love you." I'm married! Love you too. Hi, Steve. My mom says hi. No, I can't even. I can't even do it. Hi, Steve. I'm in Scarborough, Western Australia. There's a Scarborough in Australia? I did not know that. Solly says, "I'm from Finland and it's 4 a.m. here, still here watching." God, you're a beauty. Courtney says, "I'm a guy. This is my wife's account." Oh, fantastic. Gary, just finished your book, Steve. Hilarious. Is the zoo hiring? I don't know. The Toronto Zoo recently got in a little hot water because they got hacked. And now they're offering former employees, I think it's free 2 years of like some sort of software. And my wife and I are actually looking into it because we were both employees there. She was there for quite some time. I don't remember how long. And I was there 7 years out of 8 between 2005 and 2012. I missed 2011. That Blair dude. Oh yeah, Steve, on the podcast, you all mentioned about the tribute videos. Michael Bunting never got one? The game I went to see my boy Bunts? Really? Oh, like, okay, so that's a very good point then from that Blair dude. So Bunting doesn't get one. He was only there 2 years. So, okay, what's the cutoff? Because Hall got one. Justin Hall did not play a whole ton of games. Yeah, producer Drew saying just over 200. I was about to say including playoffs, and then I remembered he didn't play that many playoff games. No, that's not true, Drew. He played a hair under 300 games. He played 285 with the Leafs. That's just a and 25 playoff games. So what is it? Like, is the answer over 200? You got to play over 200 games? Because what Drew wants to know is, does Kerfoot get a video in his return? He played, wait, what's 65 plus 56 plus 82 plus 82? It's 285. That's crazy. Kerfoot played the exact same amount of regular season games as Hall. That's crazy. And yeah, he had a playoff OT winner. And you know what screwed up his career a little bit, low key? Kerfoot, Drew goes that he sucks. He went off against the Habs. 6 points in 7 games in absence of John Tavares. And then the team completely craps itself. There's so many good playoff performances that no one is ever going to remember because the Leafs lost. Cody Franzen, 2 goals as a defenseman in Game 7 against the Bruins in 2013. No one's going to remember that. Patrick Marleau, 2 goals in the 2018 Game 7 against the Bruins. No one's going to remember that. Kerfoot, randomly having 6 points in 7 games against the Habs. No one's going to remember that. I think he might have been tied for the team lead in scoring too. No, Nylander had 8 points in 7 games. Kerfoot was second with 6. Matthews was awful. I forgot about that. 1 goal, 4 assists. Good Lord. Spezza had 3 goals. Please kill me. From Omar, how long do you think the Oilers' win streak goes to? If you could see their schedule, they could get to 16. Now, they've lost to the San Jose Sharks this year, so you're not allowed to look at their schedule and go, well, look at this. I'm going to... What was that, Drew? They're losing tonight to Calgary. I don't know about this. In the chat, can the Leafs mount a comeback? Vote we got this or we absolutely do not got this. I'm going to say we got this. Is that Justin? It was written like it's Justin. Yeah, that's Justin. G says Leafs lost. Who cares about individual stats? Well, that's precisely what I'm saying. You nailed it. You got it. You got it. I was talking about individual performances no one is going to remember or care about because the Leafs lost. What is the Canucks record when leading after 2? 27-0-1. Time to make it 27-0-2. See? I let them go to overtime in that scenario. Leafs only down 1, man. This has been a great game. Like, you can't have watched this game and think it's over. Period 3 has started. Shots 27-15 for the Leafs. Oh, giveaway to Besser. Did that go into the netting? That was just a moonshot to space. What even happened there? Riley must have deflected that. That went to outer space. 1942 to go in the third. Puck is dropped. Jake McCabe hit, and Pedersen just bounces right off him. Yarncroak appears to be up with the top line right now with Marner and Matthews. Dude, they were so good together in short stints last year. I don't hate it. Holmberg has not played well enough to be there. I know he's put up the points. Like, he had a puck go off a leg for a goal, which is good. He had a couple assists. I'd love to know how many of those assists he got were secondary. And more importantly, screw the previous games. How's he look tonight? And the answer is he's looked like a drag on his line. It's not even a criticism of the kid. Like he probably shouldn't be there anyway. How many different players has Keefe played with Matthews this year? Like, not counting a guy like Tavares, for example. You know what I mean? Who plays with him sparingly and on the power play. Canucks hold it at the line. Hronik over to Zadorov. Gets around Yarncroke. Stopped by Jones. Puck at the point. Canucks throw it around. Giordano, good read. Helps get it out. And Max Domi spins off his man. Taken down by Zadorov. I wonder if Domi's going to have a response there. That's a pretty big size mismatch. Here comes Zadorov again. Domi gets rid of it. Wow, Will Lockwood suspended 3 games for the interference on Fleury. Wow. We'll have more on that later. Here come the Canucks. Great play. How didn't that go in? Wow. That was a great passing play. They still have it. Jones. Oh, I thought he gloved it. Went up and over. The Leafs looking a little bit more like the first period Leafs here. Matthew Nyes is really approaching healthy scratch territory here. He is drowning. Kuzmenko loses the handle there a little bit. TJ Brody takes him down. And with 17:09 to go in the third, the Canucks will get a power play. He slap-shotted the puck past the ref after the play. We're going to have to see this. They didn't show the shot afterward. Yeah, it's just 2. That's discipline from the ref. If this was baseball, Brody be out of the game. Canucks, wham! Blocked by Mitch Marner at the point, and that looked like it stung. Oof. 17 minutes to go in the third period. Big, big kill here. Oh, Mitch! Breakaway! Here we go! Scores! Mitch Marner is having an absolutely magical game against the Vancouver Canucks, short-handed with 16:47 to go in the third period. Mitch absolutely Marner with the huge block, the pickoff, the breakaway, and the snipe. This game is tied once again. I've been highly critical of Marner at times this season. Screw the counting stats. I don't know how many points he has in this game. That might have been the first one. He's been magical. He's been the only player who's been good the whole game. His 20th of the season. Oh! The Canucks miss. Darian Thomas is shorty. Absolutely. JT Miller. Ooh, misses Pettersson there. Quinn Hughes. This is a dynamite power play. Ooh, behind the net. Like on paper, it's good. In practice, it's even better. Leafs almost take another one there. Canucks blast it. Goes wide. Up and over. Fooled the cameraman. And we got about 40 seconds to go here in the power play. 15:47 to go in the third. Mitch back out there. Why not? Why not? Liljegren tries to poke it. Whoop! Canucks come up with it. Marner, again, great stick. The Canucks hold on to it. Shot on, gloved by Jones. 15:27 to go in the third, and we get a whistle here. Eli Mikheyev, part of that second power play unit for the Canucks. Oh, man. The Canucks have had some chances, man. They've had some looks. Shoo. Mike Howie says, I have faith in the boys in blue. Well, hopefully that's not a jinx because the Canucks win the faceoff in the offensive zone. They still have a power play. Oh my God. Shot. Blocked. Leafs off the... I don't know if that was off the glass, but it's out, and that's good enough. The Brody penalty is over. 15:07 to go here in the third. Canucks have it, though. Blocked again. Giordano, the all-time leader in block shots, in a fierce battle behind the net. With Hoglander, who had a 2-goal first period. Tavares whips it on. Blocked by Demko. Leafs go back to work. No one there at the point to pinch it, though. Leafs D pair was changing. The Canucks dump it so they can get their own change in. What a fantastic damn hockey game. It looked like it was going to be awful. Win or lose, like this has been a fantastic hockey game. Brody passes it so hard that Garland lost his stick there. He'll dump it in off the boards. Nyes attacking Tyler Myers. I'll give it to Nyes. He hasn't given up. He has not looked good in this game. He has not. But the game is not over, is it? Dakota Joshua with it in the O-zone. Oh boy, Leaf swimming a little bit. Besser! Stopped. Liljegren, watch the hook, watch the hook. His stick is currently being held, and Domi's going to get a penalty. Domi's going to get a penalty for a hit from behind. I mean, who was the defenseman there? Yeah, that's not a good play. That lady in the front row had it the whole way. Oh, dude, you get not just a kill, you get a shorthanded goal against the Canucks in Vancouver in a game that you're losing. You tie it, and then you take another one. And it's not just you taking a silly penalty. It's you taking a silly penalty because they were in the middle of running your show. Like, this is what Sheldon Keefe is talking about. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Sheldon Keefe right now. This is what he's talking about. He can't trust these guys. He was talking about the new guys specifically. There he is. From Mark. Hey, Steve, my 12-year-old son and I love you and everything STPN represents from St. Catharines. Gosh, that's so nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You have a 12-year-old and you might think they're young. But they are 4 times the age of my son. I'm going to say that to make myself not feel old. Marner, 6 goals, 6 assists in his last 9 games. Holy Toledo. Marner was absolutely wild on that last kill. And they got to do it again. Max Domi off for cross-checking. 13:41, and the puck is dropped. Quinn Hughes at the point. Gets it to JT Miller. Hughes picked off by Marner. Ooh, he wanted another one. The Leafs get it out, and they'll get a quick change in. Canucks 8th in power play goals. Not to be confused with power play percentage. Here comes Pedersen, sorry. I'm stressed. That's why I said Peterson. I know it's Pedersen. Canucks with it at the point. Quinn Hughes working with Pedersen. Down low. Back up to Pedersen. To Quinn Hughes. It's in. I think it went off a body in front. JT Miller looks like he's leading the way to the bench for the celebrations. Like, I'm not being dramatic here. The Leafs win this game, it turns everything around. It turns around how they feel about themselves. It turns around how casual fans feel about them. It goes off of Miller's skate. It changes the perception of the team as a whole. It's a hugely inspirational win. They come back from 3-0 down. They tie it, blow it again, score an incredible shorthanded goal to tie it again, and Max Domi takes the dumbest Leaf penalty of the season. It's inexcusable. 12:49 to go in the third period. We're waiting for a puck drop. There it is. Tony says, enjoying the stream, Steve. Congrats to y'all on 100,000 subscribers. Let's hope the Leafs can finish the game strong. I hope so too. And Sarah says, hello. Hello, Sarah. Big hit, but now a partial 2-on-1 for the Canucks. Poked off a Teddy Blueger stick. I keep thinking it's Bo Horvat. It's weird to me they gave his number away right away. You don't have to retire it. I don't know. You're going to give it away right away? Here comes Holmberg. Shot! Almost had a rebound there. That would have been nice. Marner trying to get it to a friendly teammate. Can't. Ashley Wheeler, thank you very much. With the ha-ha-ha emoji. Here comes John Tavares. A goal from him would be very welcome. Shot. There is a rebound in front, but no one's there! Oh. Brody to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi coughs it up. Riley right back to Bertuzzi, who tries to get it to himself. Almost works. Whoa! I think Tavares might have stepped on the puck there. Almost did the splits. Producer Drew asks, is Bertuzzi the slowest skater on the team? He's the most chaotic. It's amazing that you asked if John Tavares' line mate is the slowest player on the team. That should give you an idea of how bad he is. Also, the Leafs employ Ryan Reeves. But I guess he's not on the team. Come on, Max. Win a battle, Max. This is what Sheldon Keefe is talking about. Brad! Oh my God, did they take another penalty? This line sucks. This line cannot play another shift together. Canucks shoot. Stopped. Nice. Trying to get to it. Oh, give us the whistle. Yeah, they're going to take another one. You guys suck. Good Lord. How is this play? There you go. Ben Wally's a huge hit and the play is dead. Who took this penalty? You're dead to me. It's another cross check. Poppy Girl says, hey, Steve, love seeing you do this. Will your book be available on your website again soon? Would love an autographed book. Yes, I actually just ordered some. It's not available just yet. I think this is going to be Giordano on Ilya Mikheyev. He's accusing Mikheyev of the dive. Don't cross-check the guy. He said he's jumping around, effing dive. It definitely was a dive. But don't do it. Like, you're the oldest active player in the NHL. Use your brain, man. Like, that's a rookie mistake. 10-10 to go in the third. Canucks with their third power play of the period. I said last LFR he shouldn't even be in the lineup. 10-10 to go in the third. Puck is dropped. Leafs win the draw. Canucks all over them in the corner, though. Kampf tries to... Yep, it works. No, it doesn't. Canucks all over them. Only 15 seconds have elapsed for all that effort. And the Canucks have it at the point anyway. Quinn Hughes. JT Miller. Good tip there from Brody. Whoop! Good clear from Brody. 30 seconds have elapsed. Hopefully they got a quick change in there. One of the comments, Nyes on any other team would be on the third or fourth line. He is. But they're drowning with him even out there. Miller on goal. What a waste. What an absolute waste. Game's not over, but what a waste. And Gio looks like he's seen a ghost. The game's not over, but you had an incredible comeback, an incredible performance from Marner, and you wiped your ass with it. Pettersson got that one. Absolutely wiped your ass with that comeback. It's the same goal. It's a different player, same goal. And Andrew goes, told you it was too leafy. Yep, you're right. Puck is dropped. Leafs have 9 minutes to do it again. And I don't know if they deserve it. And on the Martin Jones front, 6 goals on 20 shots. Good Lord. Matthews. Behind the net. Looking in front. Saw Holmberg. Said, never mind. Liljegren. Holmberg gets high-sticked, and they're going to call this one. Filip Hronek is going to go to the box. Joe said, I'm on a 20 milligram. I'm a 20 milligram a night guy. Tonight, I'm a 40 milligram and a six-pack guy. What is Night Off Steve? Night Off Steve is like 4 milligrams. 40? I guess the difference between you and me is I want to giggle and play video games. You want to go to outer space. Holy sh! 40? I don't think I've ever done that in my life. Max says, plenty of time left. Let's go. God, I hope you're right. I mean, a power play goal would be nice, eh? This power play's been ice cold. Ice cold. Producer Drew saying $2 Steve would win $30 right now betting on the Leafs. Someone just said they did. Someone said I ate 200 milligrams tonight. Someone said 100. Someone said 300. What's the matter with you? $40 is pretty light. All right. Whatever you say, bro. I got a kid. Whatever you say, man. Hot damn. Canada's team is winning 6-4. Wild. If you're the Leafs, what do you give up for Jake Allen right now? You don't ever call the Montreal Canadiens, is what you give up. You can't make that trade. Holmberg on the bench. 8:40 to go here in the third period. Holmberg is the one who drew that penalty. Good for him. Leafs have to score here. That's the long and short of it. Leafs don't score in this power play. There's a chance they could win. It's not a good one. Today I learned Adam Deadmarsh is an assistant coach on the Canucks. Andrew says there's as much a chance of the Leafs winning as there is on me winning the Lotto Max. Well, you might want to buy a ticket because here they come. Matthews. Oh! Click like, click subscribe, and tell all your friends, gosh darn it. Tavares screaming for another penalty, saying he was being held there. Not going to work. You're lucky enough you got a power play in the third. 30 seconds gone here in this power play. A hair over 8 minutes to go in the third period. Score a goal here or you probably lose. Here comes Austin Matthews. Drops it. Shot! Rebound! And the puck is up and out of play. And I think the Canucks are going to say this was tipped out from David. Leafs fan from Alberta. You and the boys should do an Alberta trip. It's something you should all experience. The atmosphere is always amazing. Go Leafs. I've seen the Leafs in Edmonton. I would love to do a show with the boys, though. Are you kidding? 1:14 to go in the power play. 7:54 to go in the third. John Tavares on the faceoff dot against Teddy Bluger in the Canucks zone. The ref does a fake out. Neither man kicked out. Come on. Puck is dropped. Tavares wins it clean back to Riley. Riley to Nylander. Puck is bouncing a little bit, though. Boys are battling, and the Canucks come up with it. I think the Leafs might try to get a line change in here. The Canucks yeet it down the ice. Stopped by Jones. Hey! Bronx cheer. You stink tonight. Willie, almost had the breakaway. Taken into the boards hard by Zadorov. Canucks clear it. Leafs hold the line. Here come the Canucks on a 2-on-1. Pettersson with Mikheyev. Pettersson shoots. Stopped by Jones. Matthews taken down by Pettersson. Tavares somehow comes up with it. 7:11 to go. Nylander. This first unit's basically just staying out there. Canucks try to chop it out. Doesn't work. Tavares down low to Marner, who corrals it. Marner, excellent pass to Liljegren. Stays onside. Matthews with it. Under 20 seconds to go in this power play. Marner loses the handle. Liljegren gets it right back. He takes it low. Gives it to Matthews. You got to take a shot here, boys. Marner shoots. Gobbled up by Demko. And we'll get a whistle here. Jake McCabe in the middle of some rough stuff. 6:44 to go in the third here. Only 4 seconds to go in the power play. Not going to lie, boys and girls, it looks bleak. Oh, apparently Martin Jones didn't even stop the 2-on-1. It hit the post. Face off outside of the Canuck zone. 6:44 to go. Leafs modified third line on the ice. It's Bertuzzi with Domi and Yarncroke. Puck is dropped. And did the Canucks just straight up fire that out of the stands? Where did that go? Joe says you're paying too much. Bags at the res. That's it. I don't need 100, dude. I'm good. I keep telling you guys. Andrew says bleak is optimistic. Well, you never know. They might get a goal right here, or they might cough it up and the Canucks take it right back up the ice. That's what's going on. McCabe tries to send it around, being hounded. Here comes Max Domi, who should honestly maybe not play tomorrow. I'm so upset with that stupid penalty. Say what you want about Giordano and that cross-check and Mikheyev diving or whatever. The Domi penalty, it's inexcusable. That Blair dude says Sammy next game. Thoughts? Yeah, he's the backup goalie. He should play next game. And what is going on between the benches? Whoa! Bertuzzi's in it. I don't even know who the Canuck is. Pius Suter going at it with Calle Yarncroke. What happened there? I think Yarncroke and Suter, two noted goons, are going to head off. Well, Suter is definitely going off. Yarncroke gave Suter a bit of a shot. Suter gives it back. Bertuzzi joins the fray. Nice stinky glove. Classic Bruin move from Bertuzzi, third man in. says producer Drew. He's absolutely right. Which I don't want to trade Tyler Bertuzzi, not because I don't think the Leafs couldn't get anything for him, because I don't want him to go to the Bruins. Steve, the Leafs wouldn't trade him to the Bruins. I didn't say that. Whoever trades for Tyler Bertuzzi is going to send him to the Bruins. I'm telling you right now. You know he's signing there in the offseason, right? For less than what he's currently making long term. You know that, right? It's happening. Trade Bertuzzi to the Habs for Caden Primo. You have bumped your head. I'm getting chirped a lot about the 40 milligrams. I enjoy gummies. I don't smoke it because of my dainty lungs that I need for my living. Anastasia saying the Red Wings are a point behind us. Not for long. Robert saying, are we excited for Kingston tomorrow? We sure are. Much love from a Rangers fan. Wish you the best. Thank you, Michael. You know what? We got to channel some Rangers here and beat the Canucks in Vancouver. Matthews out there. A little under 6 minutes to go. Matthews, classic stick lift. Shovels it to Mitch, who can't quite get it to his forehand. Domi is on the top line with Matthews and Marner. And I mean, it's not the worst idea. But to me, you've been talking about accountability this whole time, and you're rewarding a player who may have cost you the game. He's a skilled player. Like, he could absolutely get you into this game. Demko with the save there. 5:05 to go in the third. It could pay off putting Domi on this top line. I'd consider scratching him tomorrow. You're all about sending messages, right? This guy gets demoted for doing this, and this guy gets demoted for doing that. You took a stupid penalty. Cost you the game. And Gio shouldn't play either. Giordano should definitely not play. Max Domi should maybe not play tomorrow. Mark Giordano is unjustifiable, him playing tomorrow. Producer Drew whispering, save it for the LFR. He's right. He's right. Just remind me I said it. Puck is dropped. 5:05 to go in the third. Leafs hold the line. Tavares! Oh, there's a rebound, though. We like that. We like that. Liljegren and McCabe working it around. Continue to work it around. McCabe throws it on. Deflection in front. Canucks will get it and just lift it out. That's probably good news because they just want to park the bus from Andrew. Need Clifford for moments like this when hope is lost. I disagree with you. I don't think hope is lost. Abdul said, are you excited for the Royal Rumble? I am, actually. I'm focused on this right now, but I am. I'm way more into wrestling now than I was 5 years ago. All right. Noah Gregor rushes it in. Noah Gregor is out there with Nyes and Holmberg. What is this line? Giordano around Gregor. How much time is left in the game and this line is out there? I'll defend Sheldon Keefe and then I'll do stuff like this. Like Simone Benoit, he has 1 point. Shot. Oh, Holmberg almost had a goal. Shot. Stop by Demko. That puck is loose. Oh, yeah. Holmberg, 3:30 to go. Benoit wisely takes that out. Everyone going for a change. Oh, both teams just have 13 guys on the ice. Matthews driving the net. Shot doesn't hit the net. Empty net for the Leafs already. Look at this. Marner sends it in front. Doesn't find a friendly stick. Max Domi. Ooh, shot. Where is it? Tavares is in the Canucks net. Philip Hronek chirping him because he's the one who took him down. From Taunts Anthony, I think the Leafs are hot garbage, but love me some SDPN. Nothing close in the States, unfortunately. Well, I appreciate it. I don't like to chirp on my team. Joe said, I thought we were still in second intermission. Dude, I wish. I was pretty happy. From Colin, Dangle, I love all the hard work you've put in over the years. You deserve your success. Thank you very much, Colin. Let's get a friggin' goal here on our road back. 3:01 to go in the third. Leafs net empty. Shots 38-21. Steve, which record is worse when Matthews doesn't... Oh, I'll have to get to that in a sec. I'm sorry. Leafs, puck is obviously dropped. Under 3 minutes to go here. Max Domi flips it around for Marner. Chips it to Riley. Oh, my God. Tyler Myers all over Morgan Riley there. Mitch Marner tries to get it to Matthews. Doesn't work. Gets the puck back. You got bodies in front. Throw it on. He does. Oh! Riley has it now. Throw it to the point. He does. To Willie, who is at the point. Leafs throw it on. I'd like to see Willie in front of the net there. Willie, get the hat trick, bud. Zhoo! That goes around and Beyblades all the way around. Something that he does not as often this season, but far too often. Marner, no icing here. Just over 2 minutes to go in the game. Matthews tries to dangle and do it himself. And all you're going to do is turn the puck over doing that. All you're going to do is, yep, there it goes. What are you doing? Under 2 minutes to go in the third. That will be icing, thank goodness. Now I can get to your questions. BSFM, Steve, which record is worse, when Matthews doesn't score or when he scores multiple goals? Also, time to talk about Tavares. No goals or no points in his last 7. I would love to know the actual answer to that. It might be worse with multiple goals, which seems impossible. Puppy Girl, is it me or do the Leafs hold the puck too long? It is not you. Also, I hope you do more streams. Wish you were the Leafs coach. You would be better. I don't think I would be. Keefe is on that 40 milligram with these line combinations. So excited about the All-Star meetup. I'm excited too. 1:54 to go in the third period. Leafs taking a timeout. I mean, the Leafs tying it up here would be ballistic. And it's Guy Boucher who's talking. Ugh. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Dank Flank saying we need Brick Wall back. Leafs are out shooting the Canucks 40-21. Abdul, how hot is Keefe's seat? It's probably getting warmer. It has to be said, Brad Treliving's done a terrible job. He's been off to a terrible start. And Brendan Shanahan's been at the helm for over a decade. And that's his boss. That's my thoughts on the subject. Minute 34 to go in the third. Tavares looking to win a faceoff against Teddy Bluger. Teodos Blugers. Puck is dropped. Tavares wins it. Willie with it at the point. Yarncroak is out there with this group now. There are 5 forwards in Morgan Riley. I thought it was 6 forwards for a moment. Riley throws it on. Demko is not handling pucks well tonight. Might have hit the bar. Canucks sit down, guy at the glass. Oh, the Canucks are the refs are calling the cross check. Is that who's going off? You, buddy. Have a gander at the Giordano cross check. Also, Tavares has been just getting absolutely abused all night. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you that it's soft, but it's consistent with the Giordano call. It's definitely soft. In the playoffs, neither of them gets called. Tonight, both of them get called. I don't know what to tell you. It's a weird league. 1:29 to go in the third. Puck is dropped. Marner to Nylander. 6-on-4 here. Riley back to Marner. Oh, you got to put it on, boys. Nylander looking for Matthews. Marner to Matthews. It gets through. Oh, Yarncrow got the rebound. JT Miller absolutely buries him. And Demko threw it back at Matthews there. Yarncrow hasn't got up yet. 1:12 to go here in the third. Oh, Demko saved that with his mask. The first one. 1:12 to go in the third. Leafs with a 6-on-4 advantage. Shots 43-21. Ugh. Oh. Puck was dropped, but the refs didn't like it. Didn't like it. So they're going to do it again. Tavares on the draw. Wins it. Willie down low to Matthews. Oh, the Canucks just battering these guys in front. Marner. Oh, gets it through. Where does it go? It goes up and out of play somehow. 1:01 to go in the third. Leafs still with a 6-on-4 here. Oh, Mitch got exactly what he wanted there. Sends it in front to Yarncroke, and Yarncroke got it. It was just deflected. Tavares with another key face-off. He wins it. Willie. At this point, you kind of got to just shoot, guys. You need two. Tavares! Up and out of play again. 52.1 seconds to go. Ugh. Man. I believe this will still be an ozone draw. It is, and the Leafs win it. Marner. Matthews. Marner. Tavares! Rebound! Oh, Leafs have the puck again. Under 40 seconds to go, though. Marner shoots. That was a great shot. Rebound stopped. The Canucks are just beating the crap out of the Leafs in front. Puck nowhere in sight. Under 30 seconds to go here. And now there's a fight, and there really ought to be. It's Tavares with it. I think his former World Junior teammate, Tyler Myers. I don't like you very much. I think you're a big, dumb giraffe, and I hate you. Let's see what happened here. Like, Tavares has just been getting the absolute dog crap kicked out of him all night. Myers, just obliterates Morgan Riley there. Myers tried to absolutely sucker JT. cushiest job in the league. Genuinely terrible defenseman on the first place team. Winning the friggin' lottery. To answer producer Drew's question in my ear, he's saying, "Where's Tyler Bertuzzi on all this? What's he paid for?" The answer is he's not on the ice because he's not good enough. That kid has spent a fortune this summer, or this year, I should say. He had 10 points in 7 playoff games. People overpay for that all the time, but he sucks. So 26.5 to go here in the third. Leafs still down 2, and it's probably going to stay that way, but I guess we'll see. Rick Tocchet is really pissed, and I'd love to know what it's about. You're up 2 with less than 30 seconds to go. And your team's getting penalized for shit they've been doing all night. Willie to Matthews. Wide. I mean, that's got to be the game. Marner gets the puck. Matthews. Oh, my God. How don't you bury that? Get one, for God's sake. Marner. Shoot it! Stopped by Demko. 9.7 to go in the third. Oh, there's Bertuzzi. Oh, it's a 2-man advantage. What is this, 6-on-3? I was like, man, the Leafs look really good here. Man. Oh, well. Oh, Matthews at the post. Something to keep your eye on, by the way, out of town scoreboard. Devils are losing 6-0 to Dallas. And someone in my phone was wondering about Dallas Eakins potentially going to the Devils if Lindy Ruff gets fired. Puppy Girl says, love your impression of JT. I wish I was doing an impression of him scoring. I really do. LFR tonight, by the way. I'll be shooting that after this stream is done. After the Leafs overtime win. Rick Tocchet is pissed that they put time on the clock. If I'm not mistaken, they put less than a second. Leafs win the draw. Just shoot it. Bertuzzi robbed because it's Tyler Bertuzzi. And Leafs lose. Demko allowed 4 goals, still made 44 saves. Martin Jones, 6 goals against on 21 shots. You are not allowed to chirp Ilya Samsonov. You're not. That's a terrible performance. Terrible performance. You can't tell me anyone would have done worse than that. Terrible. Joe said, I've done a better job at pissing Steve off tonight than any Leaf has to a Canuck. David said, great stream. Thanks for all the great content. Thank you for the shout out on the pod. And to Mod Robert helping me get my tickets. Oh, hey, David. Get your tickets to someone who could use them. Also, I love what you do with Easter Seals. Thank you very much. Genuinely. Oh, man. What's the Leafs' record against playoff teams? I would love to know. Man. Isles goal says Duchesne plus Waugh reunited. What? Oh my God. You want Duchesne to go to the Islanders, is what you're saying. Oh, Dallas plays the Islanders tomorrow. Oh, okay. Sava, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Click like and click subscribe. We won't finish the stream right away. It'll take a few more questions. Lewis says, great stream nonetheless. Thank you. And I appreciate your presence in general. I appreciate Shane, who says I farted. I appreciate all the super chats. There have been a lot tonight, including this one from BSFM. Before you fire Keefe, you need to fire the goalie coach. Curtis Sanford did great with Joseph Woll, who has been out of the lineup for long enough that I forgot. Thank you, Ridiculous Nico. Appreciate it very much. Brad needs to get on the phones ASAP. Who's his number one target? Like on LinkedIn? Because I'm not sure this job is for him. Coates, what's the theme of the episode going to be into this LFR after this loss? That this team doesn't know what it's doing. It doesn't know what it's doing. We're trying to hold guys accountable, and I don't know what guys I can trust. And then Max Domi costs you the game, and you throw him out there on the top line? What? Sava says, I don't know how much longer Woll will be away after this. I hope to see him back in net, not to mention Domi and Gio. Going to try to stay positive since there's still more games. That's a good way to look at it. Kraken says, is Quenneville still available? Yes, but also no. L's of the game from Corey. Geo dude, Domi, and I understand. D apostrophe Omi and Jones. Yeah, all three of those guys were terrible. You know, Marner takes a lot of criticism when the Leafs are cold and when they're losing. A lot of it's justified. He was fantastic. Damn, he was so good. Puck dropped the final horn. What a waste. Radio, thank you very much. You're a gem. Thank you for joining us. The network appreciates it. Appreciates your support. Leafs need Turk Broda. I'm not saying you're wrong. Do we consider Jay Woodcroft? From James. A top-heavy team with no defense or goaltending. What does Jay Woodcroft get that he hasn't already coached before? Take that however you want. Cody says, Avs fan, but wishing you the best. Oh, you're just like producer Drew, except he doesn't wish me the best. Andrew, do we have any picks for when we get knocked out? Yes, they do have a first-round pick, so that's good. Another Andrew Karskalen. I remember your name. Thanks for the ticket, David. And props to Steve for the name pronunciation. Did I get it? Let's go. Natalie, how many games are there? Thank you. That's a really good question. There's 82 games. That's so many games. Jan, Canucky setting the tone for what's to come. Thank you for the hours of entertainment. To you and the crew from Germany. Guten Tag. How do you say thank you again? I'm an idiot. How do you say thank you in German? Drew. Danke? It's just Danke. Oh, Dankeschön. I'm an idiot. I kept my brain. Again, I talked about this on the podcast. Does your brain ever say the wrong thing over and over again? Holy moly! The Bruins are up 9-4 on the Habs. This was the national game? Oh, yeah, no, this is way better to have as the national game than Leafs Canucks. You're right. Brother Alpha, is it Jones' fault? I think the D were the problem. I think there's room for both of them to be the problem. They were both terrible. Andrew says 9-4 Bruins FFS. Last question from BSFM. He said last question, not me. Are the Leafs buyers or sellers? I think they screamed Sellers at the top of their lungs with their performance in the third period of this game. Noah, can you sign my book at the All-Star meetup? Of course. Of course. Might take me a while to sign it because I'm terrible at signature. Yeah. And hey, let's wrap it up after this. All-Star tickets for our All-Star events on February 2nd and 3rd at the Rec Room. I almost said at the Blue Room. Are available in the description of this video. They'll be available in the description of the LFR. We have tickets on the day of the skills competition and the day of the actual All-Star game itself. And we hope to see you there. From Pero, this is the last one. If you were the pres of the Leafs, oh, I'm so rich. Who are the players you would try and pick up, and who would you get rid of? If I was president of the Leafs, I'd fire Brendan Shanahan, but he's president of the Leafs. Are we on our last leg, or did we lose that too? That's a very good line from Vince. Puppy Girl says, have a good night, Steve. Wish the Leafs would win. It's Danke in German. Thank you. Please hug your puppy for me. I will always hug Iggy, no matter what the situation is. So, for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like the stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends that we're going to be at the Rec Room February 2nd and 3rd. And if you're going to be in Kingston tomorrow at our live appearance at the Frontenac's game and at the Merchant Tap House,